Endotech into Daisy. And whenever funds come from smart contract to our wallet, we automatically transfer them to the exchanges, to Binance, to Gemini, and to Coinbase. Now, we transfer it every, at the beginning, since we didn't know what will be the flow, we put the schedule for every 15 minutes. And then we're now seeing that the pace is slowing, so we changed it to transfer every 500,000 or 1 million. That's why sometimes you see on the fund results, you see sometimes a small down because we did not count in yet the funds. The funds counted in when they transferred to the Binance, to Coinbase, and so on. So the process of transferring the funds is we take a smart contract that sends funds to the wallet, and then we transfer it to multiple exchanges. Now, from the trading point of view, the funds first needs to be converted from Tron to USDT, majority of the funds, because only 5% we keep in trading in Tron. The rest of the funds are being traded in Bitcoin, Ether, and altcoins, top 10 altcoins. For top 10 altcoins, we keep about 15%. The rest goes to Bitcoin and Ether. And trading itself right now, just to explain you the situation, it's very volatile. About 2-3 days ago, the volatility was double from the volatility that system allows to trade. So it was extremely volatile. And I remember these 2 days, I got calls from everybody, including my own company, my own team, saying like, are you crazy? The Bitcoin will go to 100,000. Why we are not in the trade? We should be in the trade. And I would say, the system says it's too volatile. We need to be out of the market. And then, what happened? The market went down, and we're now in different situation. So our AI system basically drives us and tells us why it does not trade at the moment. It does not trade because of the volatility. It's getting very quickly to the volatility, which will allow the trade. And actually, out of 40 algorithms that run for Daisy, one of them already in the trade. It's a very small portion of the funds, but it's already in the trade. It's a long trade on Bitcoin. I will not say it will win or lose because it's not relevant, but we already started the trading in Daisy, and we are waiting for the next signals for the rest of the algorithms to kick in. What else, Edward, guide me in?
Sorry. Well, can you talk a little bit about a project of Daisy development?
Yes, this is a very kind of touchy story for me, because we envisioned Daisy last year, and I was actually asked to envision it by one of our team members. And when I did it, I said, wow, it's so crazy what we want to do. It's I sound to myself like a maniac, like it's like somebody that they have too much ambitions, too many ambitions. But then we started to think through the details and how we can do this and what we can do. And here comes the funding for Daisy. And this is our opportunity to show that first time in the history, artificial intelligence can go to the next level, fintech can go to the next level, and we can show the result that will benefit the community. And here I wanted to stop on this element. What you showed to us over the last week actually made me and us thinking about what else, because this is unparalleled strengths that we have in Daisy, this community of fintech that you was able to show that you're able to bring the funds and you're able to hear the message and you're able to deliver the message, gave us the idea that this will be the first network that will use the network strengths to also participate in the project and to make project stronger, not only for financing point of view, but from the next level. We will make announcements in further weeks when we will rewrite our white label paper, because we want to really include the strengths into the AI that we are building. And I'm pretty sure that this is the first time in the history of the humankind that we are trying to do something together as a huge community and to benefit from it. So this is really, for me, the next step that we will be able to achieve. So we already started, our people are in place. We're already working on DAISY project from the day one, from Sunday. And we have, quants, we have financial analysts, we have developers, we're increasing the team. We're improving the offices to make sure that AI technologies and servers. So we're thinking about all the different elements that we need to bring into DAISY. So again, thank you so much for enabling us to do so, because again, just a year ago, it was a dream, crazy dream, that I was even worried to tell it to anybody because it was too ambitious. And now we're doing it together, and I will be proud to give you our vision, our detailed vision during this month, and to ask for your participation in this dream, further participation, not only financial participation.
That's awesome.
I have to jump in there, guys. This is, I want you to hear the magic of what Dr. Anna just said in this project. See, this is where the heart of DAISY is. The reason we're all aligned, I want you to hear Dr. Anna had the audacity, the courage to imagine something that had never been done before. And this is the motto of the DAISY project. You guys hear me say it all the time, that we're born to do what has never been done. And this is the drive of life, right? To be a part of creating something out of nothing and doing what has never been done before. And we just accomplished that goal. And this is the synergy of the Endotech power, the power of their platform and the vision of the Endotech company. And then the power of this peer-to-peer network coming together. And guys, this is it, because we said the same thing, right? Edward, Ilya, we said the same thing. We said, if we can attract the right leaders into this project, we can do what's never been done before. That this has the capacity to break every record that we've ever seen in the peer-to-peer marketing industry, the direct sales industry, the referral industry. We've shattered every single record in the history of that industry. And we did it because Endotech is so real. The foundation of this model is built on Endotech and the future of Endotech with the new generations of AI. And for us to get to be a part of that on the front end. And it's interesting, Edward, because you and I talked a lot, because look, we're 4 days into this, guys. And guess what? We made some mistakes. We listened to the wrong people. We didn't have the right accountability measures in place on the technology side. We probably went too fast and we missed some things. And the machine broke, the platform broke. Yet we broke every single record in the entire history of this industry. It's never been done before. This is incredible. So what we have to do right now is shift gears and say, okay, we realize this is a big part of the model, guys. We know that the referral plan, the payouts, the matrix, this is exciting. But what makes it exciting is the foundation of Endotech. And tonight we're going to announce and we're going to blow your minds with what's coming with all of the problems that we've had right now and how we're going to solve those fast. But at the end of the day, guys, the foundation of this entire project, and it's great. It's a great picture, because do you realize if DAISY stopped today, I want you to hear this. If another dollar never came in as a contribution to DAISY and it was somehow forced to stop today, every single person who contributed in DAISY has equity in Endotech and has contribution rewards as a result of the performance of the AI systems. Guys, that alone, if the whole thing shut down today, and I'm going to tell you, this is the first time in the history of our industry where there was a model that was attached to smart contract, that was attached to digital cryptocurrency trading of any type. This is the very first model that can say if everything stopped today, nothing changes, nothing stops. The foundation of this model continues and every person has a chance to win. This, if you understand this, is what separates us from every other project in this industry. Edward asked a friend of his who's a CEO of another company. He said, if everything stopped today, how long could your model continue? He said 51 days. 51 days and the whole thing would be done. Because our model is real and because Endotech is real, this is the foundation and this is the future of the DAISY project. Everything else is exciting and it fuels the fire. But at the end of the day, your biggest reward in this model is the benefit of crowdfunding Endotech. So Edward, I'm going to throw it back to you, but I just wanted to jump in there because this is the heart behind what we're doing. We're doing what's never been done before, and Endotech is the foundation of that.
Yes, actually, I was expecting you continuing to the exciting announcements, because we do have a lot of announcements for you guys, which is Jeremy is going to go over, and some of the really excitements. I have to hold myself not to tell you. I had some calls during the day when they saw the message. I had calls from people and saying, "Can you tell me a little bit? I will not tell anyone." You know, like, sorry guys, I can, because this is why we're going to have this Zoom. And anyway, so, but you said it everything, Jeremy. You said it everything really good. The fact is, we need to focus on contribution. That's where it is, right? And a smart contract, it is amazing, something that I did not expect to see those two combine can make this huge results, right? So I know once we'll have this solution solved, those issues solved, the one we're gonna announce right now, we're gonna break new records. We're gonna break new records. This what we had, and this is not just my words. I have people calling me and they say, "I just reached leadership bonus. I just reached pay study bonus," right? And on a broken system, of course, amazing system with the flat tires, right? We broke records, and imagine what we can do once we everything is working correctly.
Yes.
Guys, we have all
we're almost still in pre-launch. Like, that's really what this is, right? We're in pre-launch. Like, this is like so early. There's going to be millions of members in DAISY, and every person on this webinar is a part of the first 1%. This isn't.
Can I just mention, Jeremy? I need this 1 million members. Please, let's get there, because if we're there, the power of the network, we will be again one of the first companies that truly squeezes the power of the network to benefit from it. So again, please let's not stop today. Let's get there, and once we're there, we will be the company that makes the history. You know, not only this history of the pre-launch, but the history of changing the future and the present of the people. So let's get there. Let's get there.
The reason Dr. Anna talks about this, we talked, all of us, we talked with you about, it's actually this 1 million members she needs for the development part. She's going to do something amazing soon. We're going to be announcing, which is going to make, we're making something that's never done. Nobody ever done this in the AI space, what she's doing it. So this is big. And anyway, let's just, I can't wait. Let's just, I'm sure everybody's waiting. Jeremy, everybody's waiting for announcements. Everybody's waiting. So.
All right, announcement number one, we figured out YouTube Live. I did have to change to a personal channel, but we're broadcasting right now on YouTube Live. So for those of you internationally that needed that for your translation, it's been up for about 15 minutes. So hopefully everybody gets that. So let's talk very quickly about what the issues were. There were two major issues, multiple small issues, but two major issues that created the two situations that we had in the last 4 days. We launched officially Monday morning in UTC time. It's now Friday morning UTC time. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we have just right now at the moment of this webinar completed 4 days in DAISY. So this is pretty exciting, right? So in 4 days, over 50,000 distributors and incredible results. we saw the website infrastructure collapse. Actually, collapse is the wrong word. It went haywire 2 hours into the launch. We saw some indicators of that early. We talked to the leaders, and all of the leaders said, if we have glitches when we launch, it's okay. We're going to lead through it because we've got to take Daisy to the world. And they made the right decision. It was the right decision because we showed the world a taste of what Daisy has in store. The website broke down within 2 hours of launch. We took the website down for 8 hours, 10 hours. We didn't allow people to log in. We saw somewhere between 10,000 to 20,000 enrollments while the website was down. So literally the website was down and leaders began to educate their teams. They put videos up and started to teach their teams how to register through the blockchain. I had to go watch one of those videos to learn how to do it. I had to go watch a leader's video, right? Because that was new to me. I've never registered for a smart contract on the blockchain. And when I saw how easy it was, I was like, wow, we saw it. Here's what happened. The website wasn't ready. And I'll explain why in a moment. And then we started to see issues with the smart contract really on about day 2, going into day 3, when the numbers started going up and the pace setters started growing and the generation started filling. We saw the smart contract starting to slow down. We saw the gas fees, the energy fees starting to go up. And we knew immediately 3 days ago that this isn't going to stop. It's going to get worse and worse. We have to start figuring out a solution. So three days ago, literally within 24 hours of the launch, we started to assemble a team of technology experts from Endotech, some companies that Edward has worked with, some owners of tech companies that I have worked with, and the core development team. And we said, here's the problems, here's the solutions, what can be done? And I want to tell you that every single issue that we know is the cause of these breakdowns is being solved as we speak. The solutions are happening. And what that means is you're going to be able to have a completely perfect user experience. It means that when we release the updates and those updates are released and the updated website and everything is updated, you're going to be able to not just send your friends there and share the link, and with a click of a button with no failures as a result of timing out, your people are going to be enrolled. You can go into your back office and upgrade, click, 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 and go through the process, and it's going to work, right? If you tasted the first 18 hours of the pre-launch, we saw this. We saw this happening, and it was working most of the time. We're going to deliver that to you guys on the website side and also on the smart contract side. So without getting too technical, there were 2 issues that happened. On the smart contract side, it was overloaded with too many calculations in a single smart contract. The code is brilliant, but it's too much code, too much thinking in one smart contract. So what we are doing is we're upgrading that contract. We're migrating that contract into multiple contracts. So we're taking the master contract and we're taking, for example, the matrix calculation and putting it into one smart contract, the pace setter bonus, and putting it in integrating another smart contract. Now, it doesn't change anything for you. All you're going to do is click a button or share the link. The smart contract's still going to pay everyone out instantly. Nothing changes other than the energy fees go down and we remove all timeouts from the initial purchase of the transaction. So it doesn't change anything for your user experience. It's just on the technology side, it was not scalable in the model that we had. And by the way, there's a few other, in the process of this, a few other things that we noticed that will be updated as well. For example, the pay setter bonus. For some of you, you may not even know this yet, but if you have been involved with us from day 1, there was a glitch in the programming that actually gave you the pay setter bonus when you reached generation 9. So when you referred 21 people with 64,000 in contributions, you were promoted to pay setter. It was supposed to be 24 people and 128,000. The when we migrate the new contract, we are going to make that fix. But every single person who has qualified, obviously, guys, this data is permanent. It's on the blockchain. You are qualified for life. So you are qualified. You're a pace setter. Congratulations. And that's great news for you. Very great news for you. The second issue of the website, what we ran into was an issue of calling the data from the blockchain. So when the website had to query that data, the programming code that was used was, if you can picture a single one-lane road with too much traffic. And once it hit 10,000 events, it was a traffic jam. And what needed to happen is a different methodology to that data so that we don't run into that bottleneck anymore. Two major issues that the technology teams are already in the process of working on. And this is what we were told in the meeting last night with all of the team together, that if everything continues to go smoothly in the updates in the next 2 to 3 days, it's possible that everything is live. In fact, that's our current expectation. Now, I want to tell you, I've experienced this enough, even in the Daisy project, to understand that if our projection is 2 to 3 days, it's very possible that in 2 to 3 days, we make an announcement that everything is working perfectly and it's time to go full throttle. But it's also very possible that what right now looks like a 2-day project could turn into a 4 or 5 day project, and we can't guarantee that. So what we're not going to do tonight is we're not going to give you a set day and say this is when everything is going to be deployed and working properly, because we don't want to set a date and then have to change that date. What we'd rather do is keep you informed. So make sure you're in our Telegram channel every step of the way, every time we have an update and every time we get closer to the certainty that it's ready, then we're going to make sure you know in plenty of time. Now, in order to minimize the chaos in the field right now, it's very important that we just say, you know what, right now, we're not enrolling and registering new members from here forward. Now, people say, well, why? Maybe you're listening for the first time. Well, the reason why is at the end of the day today, 9 out of every 10 transactions were failing. And guys, it's just not an appropriate experience to continue to refer people when 9 out of 10 are failing. That's a bad first experience, and we need to stop delivering that bad experience. I think everyone would agree right now, we don't want any more bad experiences when it comes to enrolling in Daisy and using the back office and all of this. We want everything working properly before we move forward. So to do that, we have a real simple fix. We're going to move the energy fee limit fee down to the very minimum. It's less than 1 Tron. What that means is that if somebody tries to initiate the smart contract, buy a pack or whatever, the energy is set so low that it instantly will time out, and they will be charged less than 1 Tron if they do try to enroll over the next couple of days. So this is going to prohibit anybody from contributing, and it's going to prohibit anybody from upgrading until we finalize this migration into the updated platform. For you as leaders, what this means is you now have 2 or 3 days, maybe more, to really prepare for what I would call a 2.0 launch, right? Everything from the first 4 days of the launch is there. It happened. It's real. The achievement is done. Now we get to open the floodgates again, but we get to push into that momentum. I want to share something very powerful, because in the last 4 days, there are people that have changed their lives financially already, literally changed their lives financially already. There are builders that have come in and made anywhere, I won't even say the numbers. It's never been done in the history of the industry. We've never had this many people with this much success in 4 days. In fact, I don't know of a company that's done this in 1 year. What you guys did as a community in day one, there's very few companies that have ever done it in an entire year. And it just happened. And this is powerful, right? This is what we have our hands on. But now we have an opportunity. You have an opportunity to have that same advantage. See, here's what you maybe don't know. Some of the leaders that you see on these webinars, that whatever, they chose to take positions with no overflow. I don't know if you know that, but they chose to come in and say, we want to get as close to the top as possible because we can create the overflow. We know how to create the momentum. This is huge. So they're leaders that came in with no spillover, who have in their first 4 days, I'll give you an example, in the first 4 days, had made more money than they've ever made in this industry. Why? Because they took time to prepare to launch. I believe we're going to have leaders come in and people come in right now for the first time and join Daisy, and they're going to do in the week after we open back up the website, they're going to do more than what we did in the first 4 days. I believe we're going to see this 50 million turn into hundreds of millions in record speed. And we're going to see this take place. I'm absolutely convinced of it. So this opportunity where we're going to have a window of time. Now, I want to share something with you that I think is so powerful because the edge that you have in the market is huge. Some of you maybe think, oh, I missed out on my edge. I missed out on the chance to go first. I had all these technical problems. You know, other people figured it out. I didn't. I lost opportunity. I want to help you shift your thinking for a moment, because the edge that every one of us has in life is the challenges that we've overcome. See, every time you overcome a challenge, you get an edge in the world. You learned something that has value. If you focus on what you learned, not the problem, then what you learn becomes your edge. See, I'm going to share the biggest secret with you tonight. If you want to absolutely explode your momentum when we open the website back up again and migrate the smart contract, if you want life-changing momentum in Daisy, here's the secret. Have the systems in place, whether it's just a series of YouTube videos or whatever it is, that answers everything you've now learned. What have you learned? You've learned that you need to use TronLink app from day one. Forget Clever, forget Tron Wallet. You learned this. You have an edge in the marketplace right now. You learned how to have the right wallet open when you open up the browser. So when you log in, it recognizes you. You've learned how to register a new person. You've learned all of these things. You've experienced, you've learned how to go to the blockchain and look at a transaction. You've learned how to see all of the payouts. You've learned things in this challenging 4 days that actually give you an edge in the market when we go into the second phase of pre-launch, if you apply it. So the secret to momentum for if you want to really be ahead of the pack is make sure that your onboarding process as a leader delivers every important piece of information that person needs to set up their Tron wallet, to register, go through the process of upgrading. Now you have a chance to prepare your people for a good experience and doing it the right way. That's a huge edge in the marketplace. So I look at this, we all do as leaders, we've had conversations that this is a chance. So here's what we're doing. We're going to make sure that no one is able to enroll or upgrade in the website. We're going to disable the login of the back office right now while the work is being done. And prayerfully and with great energy from the community, in the next 2 to 3 days, everything will be live again, and we'll be making a global announcement. It's going to happen very fast. So one of the biggest things that I'm excited about is we had a lot of people come to us, a lot. I mean, Edward, Ilya, it was maybe the #1 request that people had is they felt like they missed out on an opportunity with the 48-hour window. So we have in the smart contract for your first 48 hours, your 10 generations is unlocked. And we saw people have, really big results because of that benefit, that advantage that they had. And the frustration for a lot of people is I didn't get to take advantage of that because enrollments weren't working, the website wasn't working. I could have made so much more money. I could have had such a bigger launch. And they came back and said, is there any way you can give us the 48 hours again? Well, guys, the answer is no. We don't have the ability to do that. There's no ability to go into the smart contract and say, hey, by the way, give this person an extra 48 hours because he had a tough 2 days. We wanted to. We were like, oh my God, we wish we could. We wanted to. We wish we could. Here's the good news. Because we are migrating the smart contract into multiple, three smart contracts, and we have this opportunity because to use a proxy upgradable format with the data, this allows us a moment to fix what needs to be fixed. So we are going to fix the pay set. When we go live again, you need 24 referrals and 128,000 in personal contributions from your referrals to reach the pay setter bonus. But for those of you that did it with a lesser qualification, hey, congratulations to you. You got it at the right time, and you're going to be a pay setter for life because of that accomplishment. But now we're going to have the opportunity for all 55,000 people that have been a part of this pre-launch in the last 4 days. You're going to have your 48 hours extended. When we go live, you're going to have 48 hours of all 10 generations in live. Basically, guys, we get a do-over, but we get a do-over with a record-breaking story behind us to tell. And we get a do-over with a whole lot of knowledge that none of us had a week ago before we launched on how this process works when it works correctly. So I believe that the next launch, if you will, with 55,000 people starting in pre-registration is going to be the biggest thing any of us have ever seen. Again, we're going to break one record right after another record, and it's going to be exciting. So I'm sure I'm missing some details, guys. So jump in here, but I think this is an opportunity for people to really take advantage of.
No, I think you covered everything, but I wanna say something about do-over. You just mentioned it. I just remember something. If you guys saw that movie, I forgot the name, where the guy wakes up every morning. If he wakes up same day, he
Groundhog Day.
Exactly. Yes. So think about, you have probably 3 days, 2, 3, 4 days to strategize, to relieve that lunch, to start over, and all mistakes you made. Be prepared. Do not make those mistakes, because you have new 48 hours. It's like a new pre-launch. Prepare your people more. This is exciting. I know it's going to be a new record. So we're going to break our records, and we're going to break more.
Yeah, I want to say on behalf of all of us, thank you guys to the community, because listen, the positivity, the energy that came from every leader, the support that said, hey, we're all in. We're going to get through this together. We know there were so many challenges. We get it. There's not. We've seen it all. We try to help in every way we can, where we can, because it's real. We know that. We know we have some challenges, but really applaud yourself, because it was the ability and willingness to take those hits, to go through those challenges that make you a pioneer. This is what makes you a pioneer. And it's always the pioneers in life that have just this extra blessing. They have this extra thing happen that, I like to call it the boiling point. If you got hot water at 211 degrees, all you have is a hot cup of water. You got a hot cup of tea. That's what you have. But at 212 degrees, you have steam. At 212 degrees, you have boiling water, and boiling water produces power. Boiling water can create energy that ultimately can drive these factories and cities of lights, right? Because of the power that can come from this steam. So that boiling point, sometimes that 1 degree of edge, that 1 degree of going all in, that 1 degree of believing with a level of certainty that maybe other people aren't willing to step into. That 1 degree of passion, that 1 degree of honestly believing in yourself, because here's where the bottom line is drawn. That 1 degree that separates those that do what's never been done before from those that simply do only what they've done before. What do you think about this? 2 groups of people: those that do and live in a way where they do what has never been done before. And those are 1%ers. The masses, they only do what they've done before. They just repeat yesterday again today. It's the Groundhog's Day. They just repeat and they repeat and they repeat, and that's their life. Pioneers break through new territory. You know what that means? That means we face challenges most people don't know how to face. It means we lead through challenges in a way that most people don't know how to lead. And this community showed that. We don't know who all of you are yet. There's people in this community that have broken records themselves in this industry, and we don't even know your name yet. You found our software, you found the app, you found the decentralized application, the smart contract, and you said, I'm gonna bring this to the world. And we haven't even met you yet. We can't wait to know who you are. But there are right now thousands of people in this network, this community, that have been the glue of this vision. You guys have just continued to move forward and take the challenges like champions. And so we want to do everything we can as a community to empower this next relaunch or phase 2 of the pre-launch that we can. We want to really deliver a home run platform that works without any issues. The smart contract is going to be absolutely on point. When we upgrade the contract, there's no changes to the code, but it'll be an upgraded. We're going to migrate the database into new contracts. And guys, when this happens, it's off to the races. There's nothing at that point that can stop Daisy from becoming the fastest project to $1 billion and far beyond. So to me, if I'm you listening tonight, I'm excited because you have 2, 3, maybe 4 days to gear up and take advantage of this next launch. And everybody gets 48 hours of 10 generations unlocked.
Awesome. That's amazing. I guess we're done, right?
Yeah. It's difficult to say anything after Jeremy speaks.
Yeah. Jeremy, you're awesome. I'll add something. We do have a lot of steps that we're working forward already. We with Dr. Anna and the team, we have already preparing for the phase 2, phase 3 as a project. So there's going to be a lot more. Just so you guys know, this is not a short term. This is a life term. This is a life term. This is a long term.
Yes.
So I would, we all here, Ilya, Jeremy, and I, we all have same passion and same vision for this company. We want to bless a lot of people. We want to, this is my why. This is exactly what we want to do. And the only way we can do this, we want to prove it to you guys. So we're going to do it. We're going to prove it. Not just say it. We're going to do it. We're going to win.
Absolutely.
Right.
Love it.
Close the call, Jeremy?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, guys. And we'll upload a recording of this as well. We did catch the end of it on YouTube Live, so it'll probably automatically do a replay video of that as well. So thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.